work by the STC intercepting one of the drones, but this drone's forced to cancel the hatchery. Savior's going to have to hide in a corner there. He suspects the STC is onto him. Meanwhile, Savior, ooh, that's a dangerous place to be microing, though, right next to a turret. Oh, picking it off effortlessly. Just check that out. Savior gets the 2 hits on and knows that's enough to let it burn down. Here comes the Lurkers, by the way. Lurkers morphing, and the drone also morphing into a hatchery. And Savior, nope, trying to pick off another turret, but decides it's not worth it. Savior back then just had immortal Mulisks. The Mulisk literally would just never die. You'll just see him fly in and out, and you're just be in wonder, basically. He was so good back in the day with his micro. Sort of like July was also. And July still is, too. I mean, he is going to be in the semifinals, playing in a week, so we definitely haven't seen the last of him. And here comes a crack force from the STC trying to kill off that hatchery at the lower left. I'm not sure what Savior can do about it, though. He's bringing up 4 Lurkers, but that hatchery goes down. Oh, man, before it was canceled either, so that's a bit of a blow for Savior. Not going to get that 300 minerals back, or the 200 minerals. Ooh, and the SCV now spotting Lurkers. That SCV is going to get killed, but he knows these are here. Let's see what Savior can do with them. And here comes Savior with more of a harass in the back, though. Only the turret up for the STC, and Savior can go and pick it off, but looks like he's on stopped position there, not picking out that turret. Finally, one Mulus dies from Savior, but managing to force those Medic Marines backwards. Meanwhile, the Medic Marines coming towards Savior's base, though. So Savior needs to put up well, actually, he does have enough Sunkens in his front base, actually, to hold it off, I think, by themselves. But Savior might be going for a flank with these Lurkers, and the STC doing a decent job here, spotting Savior's new expansions and trying to take them out. He's probably going to try to bring this force over, but meanwhile, Savior has killed off 2 of them with these Lurkers. Stop them with the Lurkers, rather, with his 2 Lurkers. Meanwhile, the first, looks like a dropship actually being produced for STC, or was that the first science vessel? I'm not exactly sure. I haven't seen the science facility yet, so it could be actually a dropship. It would be pretty good on this map because of the ramped base and the difficulty of getting inside with just Medic Marines. Oh, and stop Lurkers from Savior! Savior with stop Lurkers here! Those Lurkers are stop position, hold position Lurkers! And the STC is walking all over the Lurkers. When will Savior stop? When will you unstop these Lurkers? The STC walking towards it. He's spotting the Mulisks, and Savior unleashes his trap. And you hear the commentators. I'm not sure if you hear them, but they're screaming "Majayon, Majayon!" And Savior slaughters that force of Medic Marines. Perfectly done there by Savior. The STC's face. Just check that out. Nice stop Lurkers there from Savior. Punishing the STC there for going for the base, and just notice that. Wow, I would think it's like 16 kills in that Lurker or something like that. I can't actually see because it's a low quality vid. Here comes a dropship though into Savior's upper right expansion. And by the way, did you see how Savior set that up? He had 2 Lurkers on the ramp there, which killed off STC's Marines, and so the STC went to try to kill both of those, and then he just walked into the other 2 that were stopped in the middle. Savior setting up a trap there, a tarp, as they call it on the internets. Admiral Akbar-like trap. It's a tarp. It's a tarp, STC. Anyway, it looks like STC does have a drop, though, at the upper right, and Savior has his Defiler's mound out. But if Savior can't get that extra gas, he might be in trouble. But Nidus Canal going down, so I don't know what the STC is doing. He should have gone there about a minute ago before the Nidus went up. That's a little unfortunate. But perhaps he's trying to set up a 2-way attack. However, he certainly would have been able to pick off the hatchery a minute ago, and now it's much less certain. Especially if, wow, and Savior actually losing 2 Lurkers there, though. The STC moving out now with a pair of tanks and the Medic Marine force. Here comes the Medic Marine going for the Nidus Canal. They're going to take down the Nidus, and Savior only has 1 sunken colony in there, but 2 Lurkers going there to reinforce. I think this is going to save it for him. STC could do, wow, STC managing to kill off both Lurkers there with some good micro, and now Savior's sunken colony is down. There's still 1 ramped Lurker here trying to defend for Savior, and it looks like some drones, some Zerglings being morphed there and picking them off. Oh, nice double attack there. Savior now sneaking Lurkers, sneaking his force into the STC's base, and this is what I've talked about many times before. Savior is just absolutely brilliant at going for these counterattacks. Once the Terran opponent leaves his base, he'll rush in with a couple of Lurkers and Zerglings, or if he has Mulas, he'll rush in with those and just do a lot of damage while the opponent's away. This is his classic counterattack, and wow, he's picking off the Academy, picking off a lot of supply depots now. And the STC is going to be in huge trouble if he doesn't bring his forces back, because he can't produce any more units with all those supply depots down. Just check out those cracklings, just destroying everything there. Defiler up for Savior, and what a turn of events. I thought Savior was going to be behind after losing an expansion at the upper right, but now the STC is forced to run up his own ramp to deal with this, and he's not going to be able to before losing so much of his main bases. He only has 2 bases, of course, and if he loses either, he's going to be out of this game forever. And it looks like Savior, nice Dark Swarm there. And another nice Dark Swarm, catching the Medic Marine clump, and Savior with great storms, and wow, just picking them apart here. This is it for STC. He's managed to pick off the expansion in the upper right, but his main force, wow, okay, finally I think the main base has been cleaned out by the STC, so I guess Savior did not kill him off with just that attack, but certainly now advancing forward, marching forward with perfectly placed swarms rather. Savior, of course, was absolutely brilliant in his heyday for doing these swarms. He also sort of pioneered the use of swarms as just the first thing that Zerg goes for after Hive Tech, instead of going for more old school builds like Guardian builds or whatnot. And now we're seeing Savior just running all over the STC's base. Absolutely insane. I don't know where STC's forces are. I guess he just hasn't been able to build it. And just, oh man, his face is just open. He's like, who am I playing? I just woke up and you know, there's a nightmare in my base. Like, everything was fine 3 minutes ago, but yeah, that's what happens when you're playing against Ma Jae-yoon, you know. Back in the day, this is what just happened every time. Here's the CJ coach looking very happy at the young Savior as he's just totally wiping the floor with this hapless Terran player, and there's no way he's going to get up that ramp, Science Vessel or not. The STC, he might be able to kill off these hatcheries, but really, it's going to come to naught because his main is just completely gone. Really, the barracks all about to get killed here. He does have a tank there, but now going for the pincer attack front and back, but it's not enough. There's just too many lurkers in the base there. Only 2 Medic Marine left, and he's trying to go for a counter. Here comes, all the Marines are killed now. The STC really should just GG now. He's really inviting some humiliation at this point because he has almost nothing left in his base. He has to rebuild his academy. That's another big point. Savior killed off the academy, and that was actually critical. I didn't mention that. Defense Matrix on the Marine there. Oh, it's Savior going in with the Queen! What is Savior going to do with the Queen? Oh, Savior has a Queen over his base, and Savior is going to be going for the humiliation here. Parasite detected, Science Vessel. Savior building the Queen. And, you know what that means. There's going to be an infested command center if the STC continues in his game. And, oh, Dark Swarm going on those Zerglings to let them attack the command center with ease. And a Wraith being produced, interesting enough. Oh, and an infested command center for the STC. The STC has had his main command center infested at this point. I don't know what he's relying on. Perhaps he's just hoping Savior will get started off of his first 2 bases. But GG coming from the STC. I don't know why he built that Wraith in the end. That was interesting. Savior picking up the game very, very easily, as he was very wont to do back in the day. And check this out. Check out. Let's see if he's going to have a smile on his face or anything like that. Okay, so he looks. Yeah, he does actually have a smile back in the day, but not much though. Still looking pretty badass and unperturbed. Not like today. Whenever he wins a game now, he's all grins, all silly grins on his face. And I like the Savior old actually. I like the you know, Iceman Savior, the guy who just didn't smile, who took all victories in stride and took any defeat in stride. Also, just completely untouchable. And that was what he was back then. And so, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little bit of a tribute commentary. Please do check out sc2g.com. Check out some of my old videos. Once again, a lot of you guys have been asking for a series that I've actually casted. Hope you enjoyed.